Hi, everybody. What's up? It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. Let me make sure everything's streaming properly, and I encourage you to take this time to grab a variety of different weights. Also, we are going to be on a mat today, so get a mat, or just like have some space on the floor in which you can work. I don't work. Okay. We got some great moves today, I think. I'm pretty excited. And we're going to focus on these 4 moves and getting in our good warm up. So let's already start with the march, bringing those knees up, using your breath, lifting your chest, shoulders roll down and back, find some engagement in the center line of your body. It feels real dark here. And turn your knees like to do anything. I think that helps. I tell myself it helps. Great. Okay, if you want to move forward and backward, please take advantage of using your space, of moving your arms a bit. We got those jumping jacks coming up next in just about 15 seconds. Awesome. How are you doing today? I hope that you're having a great day. I hope you're ready to start your week off with the best of intentions. We can make the best plans, but let's try and stick with them as well. Start your jacks, whether you're just stepping side to side or taking a little bit more of a hop, arms all the way up and arms all the way down. Wide out to the side, engaging that upper back. Oh, I hear some wrenching and whatnot. Great. Let's stick with this for just about 10 more seconds. Warming up your shoulders for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Come on down to your mat. We're going to go for some inchworms. So getting a forward fold, starting to warm and work into our hamstrings. Inhale your arms all the way up, belly build in, protect your back. Feel it on the back of your legs. You can take a generous bend of your knees. Walk yourself all the way forward and then shift the weight forward. And then hips drive back and walk yourself back. So we get a little down dog. We get a little inchworm. Press through your heels. Inhale, reach all the way up. Let's get 4 more. When you finish, we're going to come down to the mat into tabletop. Really shift the weight forward for that plank and then walk it all the way back. Remember, you can generously bend your knees. Weight is in your heels as you roll yourself up, and then take that big inhale up. Keep pulling your belly in, protecting your low back in your forward hinge. We got a lot of forward hinge movements coming your way today. Got a lot of work into those hamstrings. We'll get a little balance to play. I think we got 2 more. Or are we at 5? Really? I'm going to do 1 more after this, and then we can meet down on the floor, just in case. Said we were here for a good warm up, right? Awesome. Instead of standing up, we're going to go right from this plank to bringing knees down towards the floor. Take a moment, enjoy a quick little cat-cow. So good. Pardon me. Sounds like I still have the air conditioning on. Hopefully that's not too loud. We're going to bring the right foot forward and bring it generously forward. With your hips square to the front of the mat, take a little bit of a hinge towards the front. Big stretch in the left side hip flexor. And then we're going to bring a stretch into the right side hamstring, shifting your glutes back towards your heels, flexing your toes towards you. So you can stay really lifted here, or you can hinge to feel it more. Let's get 3 more. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back, keeping your breath nice and slow. Last one. Inhale back. Switch out those legs. Right leg comes in. Left leg comes forward. Find your big hip opener for the right side. Try not to turn out. And then pull it back again. You keep your heel in line with your glute. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. We'll just see what happens. So we got a couple more right here. So forward. Inhale back, forward, inhale back. One more. Exhale forward, inhale back. We're going to make our way to our feet. Move number one. So our first move is going to be a fast Romanian deadlift. You can hold some weights if you want to, but you do not have to hold weights. We're going to do a little combo of moves here. This is one of our fast circuits. So 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. If you're holding onto weights, great. You know what? I'm going to be honest with myself. I can hold on to some heavier weights. Here's the move, y'all. First move, starting up, we're still going to be using our breath. Shoulders rolled down and back, belly hinged in. So we have a nice flat back. You can have a bend in your knees. For a Romanian deadlift, we're going to exhale down and inhale, squeeze your glutes. Come on right back. Think about what's happening with your head. So on your way down, you don't want to be leading with your chin. So nice long length through your spine, shoulders drawn back, belly pulled in tight. And remember, you can do this with no weights. So you know what? I'm going to even do the first round. No weights. It'll help us move into move number two. 20 seconds of work in 3, 2, 1. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. You can have more of a bend in your knees than I have. Weight in your heels, like you're sending your glutes back. Take a break. All right, from here, we're going to swim. So coming into your hinge, you can start with your arms back behind you. Let's do palms facing down. Keep your palms down, and then one hand comes forward and comes on back. The other hand comes forward. So we're still in that same form that we had our legs from the Romanian deadlift. You can think about keeping your chin kind of pulled back towards your head, and one arm is swimming at a time. Weight in your heels, glutes are activating. Awesome. Lift yourself up. We're back to that Romanian deadlift. You can do the same thing. Inhale down, exhale up on 2 feet, or stagger your stance. A little bit of weight in your toes. Exhale down. Sorry, inhale down, exhale up. Weight in your heels. Try not to let it come too far forward into that front toe. Just using your breath. I still feel this leg. Woo! Take a break. Working. We're going to switch to the other leg, or if you're on 2 legs, stick with 2 legs. In 3, 2, 1. So there's a slight bend in the front knee. Inhale down, exhale up. If you can't see where this is going in the future, I'm going to give you the option to lift that leg up. Take a little bit more of a hinged Romanian deadlift as we get to our last few rounds. Great, we're coming back into our swim. Maybe this time, both arms work at the same time. So feet about hips width distance apart, bend your knees, hips back, flat back, both arms up, or one arm at a time. You can even see how it feels to rotate your palms. Maybe your thumbs come together at the back instead of your pinkies. I think it's more challenging when pinkies come together. Said to do that. Awesome. We're coming back into our fast Romanian deadlift. Inhale down, exhale up. Maybe you're doing it on just one leg or that staggered stance. Go. Inhale down, exhale up. Whoop. And have a foot down. My balance does not seem to be the best. Keep working on driving that hip gently back, hinging from the hips on your way down. Take a break, switch into that opposite side. One more time, whole new side. So maybe on this side, you do go for the leg lift, or maybe you don't. Inhale down, exhale up. Hinge from the hips, send your glute back, weight in your heels, creating a slight bend in your knee. I stay on one spot. It's going to help with your balance. We got 5 seconds left. Last time through for this move. Take a break, 10-second break, and then we're going to swim one more time. So remember, you can swim as one arm at a time, or you can swim both arms at the same time. Don't let your head fall down towards the floor. Find that length from the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone, which is back. And can you have a lot of weight in your heels? I'm trying to have my knees on top of my heels for more glute activation as opposed to coming forward. We did it. Round one done. I'm going to extend the length of the time on the timer. Great opportunity to get a quick sip of water. So I'll be polite and turn the air conditioning off now that we're standing and I remember. All right, so move number 2. We're coming into 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. We're going to do this move 4 times. We're going to alternate each time that we're doing it side to side. So we're going to hit both sides equally. Anyhow, all right, you're going to go for a curtsey lunge. Back knee comes down towards the floor. The same leg that crossed back, you're going to take a big reach over. I want you to think about creating a lot of length on that reach over and then pull yourself back up. Opposite direction, curtsey lunge, big reach over, stand up. So we're not rushing through this move. Take a moment, find the curtsey lunge, find the big body side reach. So slimming for the sides, working your obliques in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're still getting a little bit of that glute action. Curtsey lunge, big moon shape to the side. Press through your heel to stand up. Cross your legs, bend your knee, curtsey lunge. So you are intentionally bringing that back knee down. And then blowing like a palm tree, side to side. You want to make this a little bit more challenging. Reach with both arms to the side, maybe even keeping your arms up overhead instead of having your hands. That is more challenging. Okay, great. I was like, I hit the timer, right? Okay, 20 seconds of rest. Shake it out because we got 1 down. We got 3 to go. Let's just do one side this time. Let's do it. Let's try it. Here we go. 3, 2, I'm a little nervous. 1, just one side. So find that big curtsey. Danger, my mat's moving. Bend your back knee. Reach, lift, and again, even keep that hand up overhead. So taking a little intermediate version of keeping that arm up overhead. It's going to make you use your core even more to stand up. One hand at the hip makes it easier. Remember, both arms up overhead and make everything a little bit more challenging. Try not to crunch too much into the side that we're reaching towards. So thinking towards the idea of bending your knee, but creating lifted length. So maybe you don't go down so far. Awesome, take a break. So you got those legs, maybe even bang your legs out a little bit. That can help with balance too. If you're struggling with balance, just give your legs a little hello. Wake up some of the nerves and the connections. You got the other side in 3, 2, 1. So simply stepping 1 foot back, bending the knee, finding the big reach, and then lifting yourself up, making it a little bit more challenging, keeping that one arm up overhead. Remember, we're already working to create the lifted length, even in the side that we're leaning towards. So I could be here, or I could be really lifted, reaching, so much more stretch than the left side. Both arms up, it's going to make it a little bit more challenging. I'm so polite. Really do your best to keep your chest forward. We're almost there. Oh, we made it. I'm going to finish this one up. We got one more round to go after this. One more round. So we're coming back to side. Maybe you've been doing side to side the whole time because you didn't want to just do to one side. That's okay because it's your workout. So you should do what you like to do. 3, 2, 1, go for it. But that just going to one side was a really great option for those of us who might not have space like me. Making it work, you know? Nice and slow. Still coming forward with the weight in your front heel. Creating that big lift. Focusing on that lift, shoulders away from ears. Stretching up through the crown of your head. A delightful total valley. Total body move. Cannot even use words. Yay. Okay. This next one. I'm excited. We're going to bring weights to the floor. We're going to use weights for our last two moves. We're going for a dead bug chest fly, but the other arm is going to stay to the sky. So you might not want your heaviest of weights, but also I want you to challenge yourself. So like maybe use some heavy weights. And you can grab a quick sip of water. Not too much though, because we're about to like lay down on the floor. Yeah. We're sticking with 40-20. Let me show it thou the first move. Okay. So from down on your back, we're going to be here in this dead bug. I want you to really think about pressing your low back towards the floor. And that might mean that your knees need to come a little closer towards your chest to keep your low back on the floor. Or you're already starting to use your abs more when your knees are stacked on top of your hips, as long as your abs are on the floor. If you don't know, if you can't already feel your abs contract, then just bring them a little closer to your chest because you just don't even know what I'm talking about. And we're going to work from there. Okay. Great. So then you're going to press your arms up towards the sky. And we're going to go for opposite arm and opposite leg. Keeping it easy if you want to. A little toe tap down. Legs can stay at 90 degrees as one arm, don't have enough room, as one arm moves out to the side in a fly. To make it a little bit harder, you can extend your leg nice and long. But remember, we want to make sure that low back stays down on the floor. So if you feel like your back starts arching up off of the ground, then keep your knees bent. Do less with good form. Okay, we start in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Arms above your chest. Remember, opposite arm, opposite leg. You can have a bend in your elbow, especially depending on how difficult your weight is. Remember, knees closer towards your chest. It's going to make this a little bit easier. Knees a little further away is going to make this a little bit harder, but low back stays on the floor. And if you want, you can press through that heel or reach through your toe. Both are a delightful challenge. We're still moving nice and slow, and each time everything comes back to center, draw your lower belly towards the back side to reaffirm. Low back down on the mat. Back of the head can be down to the mat. Take a break. We're definitely not like jutting our chin up towards the ceiling, but you definitely also can make this a little bit more challenging by lifting your shoulders up off of the mat. See, let's not do that though. Let's keep our heads down on the floor. Same thing. Let's stick with that same thing. Here we go. So low back press down. Remember, if you need to, you can do this with absolutely no weights in your hand and just practice the motion of getting this chest fly. Same dead bug that we've done before. Usually we do a lat pull over the head. Lats are on the back side of the body. You can do a fly for the back side of the body too. This is just working the chest. Awesome. Take a break. Are you looking for more, you say? How about both legs up towards the ceiling, and then we can still drop opposite leg with the arm that flies. Begin. Awesome. You're using your breath here still. Exhales, everything comes out. Inhale as it brings back together. Oh yeah, we're doing both legs. Oh wait, no, wait. We were just starting legs. We're doing one leg at a time. We're being kind right now. But now you know what I'm going to suggest for round 4 is both legs at the same time. But I want you to think right now, how's your breath? Are you easily able to get this exhale as everything goes wide and inhale as it comes in? If you find that you're holding your breath, I don't think you're going to be ready for both legs to move at the same time. You can try. bam, take a break. Because you can still move your legs both at the same time, even if your knees are bent. Maybe you come back to knees bent. Both legs move at the same time instead of both legs straight. Otherwise, let's try it. Not going to be able to talk as much, but remember, low back down on the floor. Low back down on the floor. Legs high. Here we go. Last round. One arm at a time, or maybe both legs are coming down. Both legs can come up. Keep your chin towards your chest. Back of the head stays down on the floor. So we're using our abs and not letting our chin take over. You can still be in version 1 of this move though. You did not need to progress. But you can progress if you were ready for a little bit more progression, especially now towards the end, feeling so much more warmed up. Do you feel good about the weights that you picked today? Take a break. Yes, I can finish the move. Awesome. Or do you feel like you're going to challenge yourself more? Because the great news is you can always do this again at a later date. Maybe then you'll be ready for a heavier weight. All right, grab a quick sip of water if you want. Let's make our way to our feet. So that's a little bit of a smart. Amazing. I'm going to switch to a slightly lighter weight for this next move. Also, I've been taking a lot of classes outside of our workouts and I am tired. I'm a little sore. Okay, so I want you to pick the weight that's appropriate for you. Shoulders down and back, palms facing in. Again, maybe it's no weight. You're bringing both arms up overhead. And then from there, elbows out wide into a chest, into a shoulder press, and then both arms coming down. So as both arms are coming up overhead, you can have the slight bending your knee so that you're engaging your legs, not like bending your knees. We're just not locking our knees all the way back. There's a slight bend, there's equal pressure through your feet to the floor, a little bit more weight in your heels, a little tuck of the pelvis, a little squeeze of the glutes, shoulders down and back. So as your arms come up overhead, everything else doesn't move much. We're not using our hips to throw our arms up overhead, overarching your back. And if your arms come up overhead and your back overarches, that probably means your weights are a little too heavy. So let's be smart for our bodies. This is our last circuit. We start in 3, 2, 1. All right, shoulders down and back, equalizing, we'll say through the feet, that little pelvic tuck, chaps lifted, arms all the way up overhead, elbows come wide, then up, slowly come down. Maybe you even need to do one arm at a time. And you do both of your arms together for the shoulder press and then lower one arm at a time to make it happen with a little bit more control. Bringing both arms up at the same time is challenging. Yay, 20 seconds of rest. Awesome, shake it out. You can put your weights down. I'm just gonna hold on to my weights. Just let them decompress my shoulders a little bit, stretching down towards the floor. All right, so come on back. Almost going to beep. So reaffirm that pressure of your feet on the floor, the engagement of your legs, that tuck of your pelvis, and inhale, arms up. Exhale, inhale. We're still just moving with our breath, nice and slow. I'm taking the full length of my inhale to get my arms up, full length of my exhale to find this big squeeze. And while this squeeze is happening, remember, I'm not overarching my back here, still. Yay, we made it. Was that 2 down? We were so good. I think this time maybe I'll like put in a couple pumps while we're getting that shoulder. You're welcome to join me doing that. You don't have to. All right, ground through your feet. This helps your pelvis slightly, shoulders down and back. Well, let's begin. Just threw in a little single arm pump on each side while out wide. Bringing my elbows back in line with shoulders. A great challenge. Remember, you can still be going one arm at a time. Maybe you're moving through the whole movement, just one arm at a time, because you're being smart for your body today. You have no weights in your hands. You're getting used to the range of motion. You're waking up some connections. And these arms up like this, challenging. Take that break. We got one more round. I'm going to try a heavier weight here this last round. With challenge comes change, right? I'm here to make a change. Let's begin. Definitely a little bit more challenging here. I could see the benefit of one arm at a time in the movement. Let's keep as much stability through the center line as possible. Wow. Well, I hope that you're challenging yourself at home, even if you only have one heavy weight. Maybe you're literally just passing it from side to side. Which arm went first? Oh my gosh, we did it. Awesome. Let's hit the floor. We've got just enough time to get our plank moving. It's so funny. It is a plank move. We're also going to throw in a push-up. And my push-ups are not the best, so I'm going to do my push-ups from my knees. You can do your push-ups on your toes. You can do your push-ups from tabletop if you want. You can do the whole move from tabletop. So the most simple move from tabletop would be bringing your chest down towards the floor like a drinking bird, just finding that hinge from your hips, and then driving one knee at a time towards your shoulders. A little bit more challenging is going to be to step your knees back and do your best in your push-up. Maybe you don't get all the way towards the floor. Maybe you have control all the way towards the floor, but then you need to take a break, and whatever happens, happens as you push yourself up. You can press yourself onto your toes and find one mountain climber to each side, even if it's nice and slow. Let's get in just 1 minute of this move, and then we'll cool down. Okay, you ready? In 3, 2, 1. We're going to get 40 seconds, honestly, of this push-up into your 2 mountain climbers. So maybe that means you give it a little bit more. No, when it's just 40 seconds. And then we're going to hang out in that plank. We're already more than halfway through of just this push-up mountain climber option. Remember, you're doing what works for you. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. My body is not your body. And you got one last one in. Not my best form. Awesome. Now we're going to take the plank. I'm going to take a quick second in down dog and then just shift it forward. So if you feel like you need a break, send your hips up for just a moment. Get that big stretch into your hamstrings and then shift forward. Take a little bit more time. What was that? In your plank again. Awesome. Send your hips up towards the sky. Wait, what's done? Awesome. Send your hips up towards the sky. I'm very confused. Sorry, something's happening outside the door that's very loud. So we're just taking a moment in our down dog. Notice if your shoulders are drawn towards your ears. Engage your lats down your back. Take a moment. Look towards your knees. Look towards your fingers. Look towards your knees. Eye gaze neutral. Drop your knees down towards the floor. Send your glutes back towards your heels. Relax your head down to the floor. Taking a moment in this inversion to allow your heart rate to come back down to normal. Big stretching your shoulders with your arms forward. If you want more in your shoulders, tent your fingers. Press the pads of your fingers to the floor. Glutes towards heels. And if you want less in your shoulders, take a generous bend of your elbows. Maybe your hands even come all the way back to your feet. 2 more slow breaths. Great. If your arms are extended all the way forward, bring them in. Press yourself up into tabletop. Give yourself 2 cats, 2 cows with some nice flexion, rounding through your spine. Ooh. And then once you have finished those 2, on your neutral tabletop, tuck your toes under, shoulders away from your ears, back engaged, belly pulled in, send your glutes up towards the ceiling. Pedal through your heels. You can have a generous bending your knees. And then let's walk our hands to your feet or feet towards your hands. Shift the weight towards your heels to begin with. The generous bending your knees, hinge from your hips, so not from the back. Bend your knees as much as you need to try and bring your belly to your thighs like a table. And then from there, you can lift your hips up and start to bring more of a stretch into the backside of your legs. You can have your hands on your legs or wrapped around your legs, or maybe hands on the floor. Maybe give yourself a nice little massage on your hands as you step on the back of your palms. Shifting more weight towards your toes will increase the stretch in the backs of your legs. And check out if your shoulders are coming towards your ears. It's going to encourage rounding in your back. So pull your chest down and forward. Chest comes closer to your thighs. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. If your hands are under your feet, bring them out. Open your feet, mats width distance apart. Release your right hand down towards the floor. You can shift the weight forward as much as you need to. Inhale your left arm up towards the sky. Nice big stretch on that side body again, because we definitely worked it. Notice if your hips really shifted towards the left also, and can you bring a little bit more weight back into your right leg. Hands down to the floor. Try to stay grounded through both feet. Inhale your opposite arm up towards the sky. Working to try and stack your shoulders on top of each other one day. Exhale, both hands down towards the floor. You can turn your heels in gently, bend both of your knees, transfer your hands to your thighs, drop one shoulder forward, look over the opposite shoulder, get a nice stretch in your neck. Drop the opposite shoulder forward, look up towards the back of the room. And then chest down towards the floor, squeeze shoulder blades together. Find some rounding, roll yourself up. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, step your feet together, relax your arms down by your side, stretch your fingers down towards the floor, chest is nice and lifted, glutes are squeezed, hips are forward. Yay! And then shake it out, we did it. Awesome, I hope that you're feeling amazing. Trying some like little variations in the way that we were moving today. Let me know what you think. I look forward to seeing you later in the week. Till then.